Part 5 from Les Morte d'Arthur by Sir Thomas Malory, pages 260 to 261. Previously, Arthur dreams that he is on a high seat above a well with beasts and serpents. The seat tips, and Arthur falls in and is attacked by them. A vision of Gawain warns Arthur not to fight Mordred yet, because in a month Sir Lancelot will come to help him. Arthur meets Mordred on the battlefield to sign a peace treaty. However, a soldier draws his sword to kill a snake, and the battle begins. Arthur battles Mordred. He thrusts his spear through Mordred, and Mordred leans in and cuts through Arthur's helmet before dropping dead to the earth. Sirs Bedivere and Lucas try to help the wounded Arthur, and Sir Lucas dies of his wounds. Page 260, Part 5. Sir Bedivere wept for his brother. "Sir Bedivere, weep no more," said King Arthur, "for you can save neither your brother nor me. And I would ask you to take my sword Excalibur to the shore of the lake and throw it in the water. Then return to me and tell me what you have seen." "My lord, as you command, it shall be done." Sir Bedivere took the sword, but when he came to the water's edge, it appeared so beautiful that he could not bring himself to throw it in. So instead, he hid it by a tree and then returned to the king. "Sir Bedivere, what did you see?" "My lord, I saw nothing but the wind upon the waves." "Then you did not obey me. I pray you, go swiftly again, and this time fulfill my command." Sir Bedivere went and returned again, but this time too he had failed to fulfill the king's command. "Sir Bedivere, what did you see?" "My lord, nothing but the lapping of the waves." "Sir Bedivere, twice you've betrayed me, and for the sake only of my sword, it is unworthy of you. Now I pray you, do as I command, for I have not long to live." This time, Sir Bedivere wrapped the girdle around the sheath and hurled it as far as he could into the water. A hand appeared from below the surface, took the sword, waved it thrice, and disappeared again. Sir Bedivere returned to the king and told him what he had seen. "Sir Bedivere, I pray you now, help me hence, for I fear it will be too late." Sir Bedivere carried the king to the water's edge, and there found a barge in which sat many beautiful ladies with their queen. All were wearing black hoods, and when they saw the king, they raised their voices in a piteous lament. "I pray you, set me in the barge," said the king. Sir Bedivere did so, and one of the ladies laid the king's head in her lap, and then the queen spoke to him. "My dear brother, you have stayed too long. I fear that the wound on your head is already cold." Thereupon they rowed away from the land, and Sir Bedivere wept to see them go. "My lord King Arthur, you have deserted me. I'm alone now, and among enemies. Sir Bedivere, take what comfort you may, for my time is past, and now I must be taken to Avalon, for my wound to be healed. If you hear of me no more, I pray you, pray for my soul. I beg you, pray for my soul." The barge slowly crossed the water and out of sight while the ladies wept. Sir Bedivere walked alone into the forest and there remained for the night. In the morning he saw beyond the trees of a copse a small hermitage. He entered and found a hermit kneeling down by a fresh tomb. The hermit was weeping as he prayed, and then Sir Bedivere recognized him as the Archbishop of Canterbury, who had been banished by Sir Mordred. "Father, I pray you, tell me, whose tomb is this?" "My son, I do not know. At midnight, the body was brought here by a company of ladies. We buried it, They lit 100 candles for the service and rewarded me with 1,000 bezants. Father, King Arthur lies buried in this tomb." Sir Bedivere fainted when he had spoken, and when he came to, he begged the archbishop to allow him to remain at the hermitage and end his days in fasting and prayer. "Father, I wish only to be near to my true liege." "My son, you are welcome. And do I not recognize you as Sir Bedivere the Bold, brother to Sir Lucas the butler?" Thus the archbishop and Sir Bedivere remained at the hermitage, wearing the habits of hermits and devoting themselves to the tomb with fasting and prayers of contrition. Such was the death of King Arthur as written down by Sir Bedivere. By some it is told that there were 3 queens on the barge: Queen Morgan le Fay, the Queen of North Gallis, and the Queen of the Wastelands, and others include the name of Nineveh, the Lady of the Lake, who had served King Arthur well in the past and had married the good knight, Sir Pelleas. In many parts of Britain, it is believed that King Arthur did not die, and that he will return to us and win fresh glory and the holy cross of our Lord Jesu Christ. But for myself, I do not believe this, and would leave him buried peacefully in his tomb at Glastonbury, where the Archbishop of Canterbury and Sir Bedivere humbled themselves, and with prayers and fasting honored his memory. And inscribed on his tomb men say, is this legend: Hic jacet Arturus, rax quandam raxque forturus. Here lies Arthur, the once and future king. Le Morte d'Arthur, Part 5, by Sir Thomas Malory.